Hello, I'm back. So let's start the webinar. My name is Shalesh and I'm a field service solution architect. Welcome to this D365 field service webinar. Okay, so please note, like for the entirety of this webinar, all the audience will be muted, and for any queries, you can type in the chat box. I will review them and reply them at the end of the session. In case if you miss anything, this webinar recording will be available on CloudFund's YouTube channel by the end of tomorrow. All the data which is being shown in this webinar is for just a demo purposes. It is not a real data. So please uh, sh- ignore any data if it's shown to the real client. Okay. So let's start with this webinar. So today's agenda is like introduction about me and about my company. Then we will see a call management in field service. Then next topic will be like scheduling the technicians for the work orders, how the technicians use the mobile app in field service. Then we will see a customer portal for in field service for the customers. Then we will see the analytics for management team in field service, how they can use the dashboards and reports. And last and not the least, the question and answer session. Okay. So next about me, myself a T365 field service solution architect. I've been working in this industry of IT services since more than 13 years. I have been doing the field service, project architecting and implementation. Okay, and I have experience across the technologies like .NET and Java. I have experience in developing web as well as desktop applications in .NET, and I have various domains experts. Like I have been working on BFSI, also I have worked on GIS. So and also by coming into CloudFront, also I have worked on like e-commerce domain also. This is all about me. Next about the company. The CloudFront was incorporated in on 1st June 2012 and is based out of Mumbai in India. CloudFront is mostly focused on Dynamics 365, Power BI, and Azure practice. It, it has a team of about 40, which consists of architects, developers, and project managers. CloudFront is 100% focused on the Microsoft technologies. CloudFront has many clients, and they are all across the globe. And they have in United States, they have in Europe, they have in India, they have in Asia. So across the globe, they have the clients. Microsoft is recognized as a gold partner. They have the gold in cloud, they have gold in application, and there are many more gold partnerships. You can visit our site. So let's start with the D365 field service webinar. So here the first topic is like call management. This call management. So in this call management, basically what happens is that customer calls to a call, uh, gives a call to a call center, and there we have reps. So let's see how the reps will be recording this call. So they go into D365. In D365 we have sales, service, marketing, field service modules. So they will be opening the service module. They will click on the cases. Okay, when they receive a call, they will say new case. They will click on the new case, and the customer which is complaining is that ATM machine is not dispensing the money. Okay, so here I am assuming I am a service provider for ATM machines and all these CDM machines and CCM machines. So here I'm assuming for this demo, and then the customer is Burj Rafal for me. Okay, The contact person who is calling right now is Muhammad Ali, so I'm selecting him as a Muhammad Ali. And I'm over here, I'm selecting an asset. So this is like I'm taking a case scenario here. So whatever you see, little bit I have customized my D365 for this webinar. So here you see this is case. So I'm entering the data, and in the top this has three phases. We are going to come back. In the middle you are entering the data. So here the call center person is entering the data. All the data entry has been done by him or her. On middle section you can see there is a post, activities, KB records and notes. He can write his own notes also, like uh, ATM is not working since uh, 2 hours. A special note over here, we can write such notes also. So these are the notes, see whatever you get on the call. But once a case is created, next is that you have another department which provides a phone support. So here you can see a case has been identified. Now the next stage is like you have a department which provides support on phone. So they will take open this case and put it to next stage. So that is in phone support. They will try to resolve this case, and if they resolve this case, they will push in the next stage and mark it as resolved. Okay. And if they are not able to resolve this case on the phone, what they are supposed to do? They are supposed to click this button. This is in D365 out of the box feature, convert to a work order. What happens here is that a case is being is converted to a work order, and which is an out of box feature again. So here it is saying the incident type is required to convert a case of work order. So here I am supposed to enter the incident type. So what I will write is that I want to have a break fix of ATM machine. Okay. So I am supposed to write a break fix ATM incident type. So I'm entering the break fix ATM. So it is one of the validations which is there. Okay. From the field service. Then he clicks on the convert to work order button, and you will see now a work order was created successfully. A message has been shown, and he clicks OK. A work order is created, and you can see a work order is created. Not only the work order is created, all the data which has been entered on the case is also been transferred from there. So you can see here what is the account, what the account for whom which you have created the case is Buj Rafal, what is service Al Bahal, what is the work order type. The work order type is nothing but the uh, it is like a break fix, maybe like install. It's all depends on your companies. Well, it will be like a service or it is a maintenance. This comes on the work orders. Okay, so these are the standard work orders. And you can see here we have primary incident type, that is break fix ATM. So this is more classification of the services provided by the companies to the customers. So here I am seeing a break fix ATM. Here my work order type was break fix, but what type of break fixes I am doing is like break fix ATM. So this is incident type as break fix ATMs. We have selected on ATM with name as ATM RB01. So this all data has been transferred here. Okay. So the work order with number 0036 has been created, and it has status as open and schedules. In the system we have many more statuses. It's like open and schedules. This work order when gets scheduled to a technician, it will become to a status of open and scheduled. When the technician start working on this case, you can see it will go to open and in progress. When this work order is been completed by a technician, it is said as open and completed. If it cancels anytime, it becomes cancelled. And when this has been reviewed and then this has been marked as posted by the viewer, it becomes closed and posted. So these are the various stages of the work order. In field service it goes through. So you can see here also we have oh, um, BPF, that is which goes to various stages, business process flow we call it. And also you can see there is name. This is the contact name which we are selected incident type which has been selected, and the case is coming here. Okay, so we have seen like a case which has been called, created by the customer when he calls to a call center, and then it is been converted to a work order. Okay, so once we are done with the work order creation, next stage is to schedule a technician for this work order. So moving to the next topic, and I really love this feature. Okay, so this is the schedule board, which is always open for the schedulers, and you can see there are the schedule board consists of three sections. Here we have filter types, and here you can filter a data based on what you want to be seen on the schedule board. The middle, it has on the left hand side of the middle of this schedule board, on the left hand side over here we see all the technicians which are there in the company, and there are various settings which I can do for this schedule board, and then this can be configured. Here we can see scheduler settings and the different colors of these work orders, which you can see every color represents work order status, and the color code is being represented here. The legend is at the bottom where it is cancelled, when it is committed, completed, in progress, on hold, schedule, and trailing. So every color is has own status, and this is how the schedule board is seen. If you want to select any of the work order and see the details, you can hover this and click here. Also at the extreme right you can see the more details have been seen. These are two ways. Also when you right click on this work orders, you can change the status also, and I can see easily mark this status as cancelled depending on my requirement. So this is how easily work orders status can be changed by the reviewer, by the scheduler also based on the requirement. So this was the schedule board, and the bottom of the schedule board you see all the unscheduled work orders, and the latest work order which we have created was 0036. So 0036 work order is created, and you want to schedule this work order. So it's very easy. Okay, I love this feature. So you have to just select that work order and drag on this schedule board. Okay, when I select and just leave it, you can see a work order is been scheduled for a technician with name Brian Austin. Okay, also before you schedule any work order, you can also review what is his skills and what is his role in the company. You can contact him by directly messaging him, you can call him or email. These are the features which are being given on the schedule board. So I can speak a lot, but keeping in mind for this webinar I am keeping the scope very short. The schedule board can, there can be many schedule boards according to the wish of the scheduler, but the demography like by region wise, they can share their schedule board. There are many more lot of features we can see. Okay, and also to tell you this, the schedule board shows a real-time data, nearly to real-time data. Let me correct myself, it is after 30 seconds delay, and this delay can be configured also, so it can configure to any time which you want. So I will like to set is near to real time, and as soon as a work order is been configured, scheduled to a technician, you can automate a process where you can send a email to the customer saying that a work order is being scheduled by such and such technician at such time. Also you can send a notification to the technician. Okay, so this is how you can do the automation as per your need and as per your customers need, and this is a great feature I can again say here. Okay, so this is what we are seeing like scheduling technicians for work orders. Let's move on to the next topic. Next topic is like mobile app for technicians. So technicians can can see the work orders in the mobile app, and the app which is required is D365 field service. So I am for this demo I am myself working on the technician, and I am logging into my mobile as a technician, and I'm just sharing my mobile, I'm mirroring my mobile. Okay, here you can see this mobile which I have mirrored myself, and all the data is shown here over here. So it says like it has a dashboard, it has accounts, it has contacts, work orders, customer assets, and cases. So let me concentrate on work orders. So let me open the work orders. So you can see the 0036 work order which was for Brian Austin. I have logged in into my D365 app with uh, Panastin as a technician. So he sees all the work orders which are been assigned to him. So he opens the work orders which has been assigned to him, and he can see the more details for the work orders. Why here the service account name is Burj Rafal. What is the location? It's Al Baha, and the incident type is what? The incident type is breakfast ATM. The customer asset is ATM RBN. If he has anything instructions, anything we can see here. Also the address at what location he has to reach to the customer search regions and search details all are seen here. The bottom of the screen you can see bookings are there, parts and signatures. So I will be discussing with you. So once he sees the address, so here there's one more good feature which has been provided in mobile app is that the technicians can use maps. Okay, so they go to map and you can see the location of my customer has been located, and I can use my driving directions, whatever app is been installed in my mobile. It uses that app, and here how it easily he can start using the driving directions from the field service. So this is how he can navigate and drive him for himself. This is all about like how you can use maps in the mobile app. So let me open the work order for you, and at the bottom of the screen you see there is bookings, and this booking shows like Brian Austin is been scheduled for 7 uh, p.m. So this is my time, and when he reviews, so after he start traveling at this junction, so what he is going to do is that he is going to change the status of the work order to traveling. Okay, and let me save this. So once you save this record, this is, as I already said to you, this all is real time. So now this is 0063 work order. If I wait for 30 seconds, this color will change. Just I will refresh over here, and you can see the status is changing. So you see how soon the data is being transferred from the technician mobile app directly to the uh, D365. Okay, so let me open this work order again for you. When he reaches at the location, so what he will do is that after he is reached to the client's location, what he's supposed to do is that he's going to change the status from traveling to in progress. Okay, so let me select in progress over here, and his actual arrival time is 7:55, and let me save this. So once you save this booking, okay, this time I'm not going to change this color, and you can see the booking color also been changing. So once he reach and he starts working at this location, so he comes to know that, oh, I need to add some parts. Okay, here the ATM is having some parts which is missing. So what he's going to do is he can add directly parts by just going to the work order, going in the parts section, and this is the work order product, and he selects his product. Okay, so he's going to say I am missing the timing belt, and I have used one quantity, and this is what the data which he has to enter over here, and then just save this. Okay, and once he enters this part, you can see this part also in the D365 field service. Also in my background of the screen you can see my color has changed from red to green. Those this shows that this work order status is being changed. Okay, so here you can see the list of parts which we have seen been added. So parts are also added. This is how parts can be added. These are the features of this mobile app. Also, one of the feature we have seen like maps, I want to show you one more interesting feature is called signatures. So now the technician is supposed to mark this work order as completed as he has done his work. So after doing some stuff for the client side, and the client agrees to him that okay, you have done your job and you have finished it, so he's going to sign this. Let me, he will provide a digital signature. He clicks save, and he gives an approval that yes, the technician has completed the work order. Also, uh, he can write his instruction comments over here. Also, he can write his notes like um, I will say like the ATM machine needs a maintenance. Uh, ATM requires maintenance after 2 days. So this is some note he wants to write, and this will be shown on our D365 also. What he is going to say is that yes, I have written a note, so this note will be also shown to him. So once he's done with the booking, he will go to his booking. What he's going to do is that he's going to change this status of this. So what he's going to do, let me change the status from booking status as completed. So I'm going to type as completed, mark this as save. So once I save it, this work order is completed, and you can see as soon as I complete this work order, it is going away from my list of work orders. And also on the dashboard schedule board, this will be reflected after 30 seconds. So whatever work details which the technician has entered, you can see in D365 is also reflected. So let me refresh this work order, and you can see that this has been reflected. So let me refresh once for you and show whatever data which has been entered by technician is also seen in the D365 field service. So once it refreshes, the data I can show is that I will go to the parts sections. Okay, since the parts are been added by technicians, you can see a timing belt which was entered by the technician is been shown here. Also I can see that notes which the technicians has entered. You remember, if you remember right, he said like he requires ATM requires a service after 2 days. The notes on whatever data he has entered is coming through. Also you can see the signature. If I open this, you will see that signature is been also shown. Okay, so this is how we can see uh, whatever entered is by the technician, the mobile app is also seen. And there are many other lovely features which are there, and we can use it. And I appreciate once you start using this, you'll be enjoying this. So we have seen like the technician using the mobile app. Okay, so now let's move on to the next topic. Next topic is customer self support portal in field service. Okay, so let me open a self support portal for you. So I'm opening a self support portal. So you have one URL which you will be sharing with the client. Here my contact is Muhammad Ali. So he enters his username, okay, and which is already shared with the contact, and he enters his password. Okay, now he's entering his password, and he has to just sign in, and the URL for the portal will be shared already before. So he knows the URL where he has to enter and all these credentials. And this is these portals are included in D365 field service licensing part also. Okay, so this is my portal. Okay, and this has been customized for my demo, and you can see here it has surveys. So here you can create dashboards which can be seen to the customer, and they can analyze their data also. So this feature is also there in the portals to let you know. Okay, and these dashboards can be customized as per your needs. Okay, and so it shows starting data like what are the agreements I have, what are the customer assets for this uh, customer it has, if it has any invoices, how many work orders been created. Okay, such dashboards can be developed by you. Also he can see the service request created by his colleagues, okay, in the company. So he can see all these uh, service request. Also he can open a new service request by clicking this open new request, and he can start entering the data, and he can see the create a case, and so all the minimum data which you can see, and that can be done. Also he can review those service requests which are there. Okay, so if he thinks like I have already opened a service case and I need to review it, so he can go and click on the view details button over here. So in the past, if any of the work orders are been created, they can be reviewed here. uh, whatever data is being seen, like it's what is the service location, what is the customer asset, and it's been incident type. Also, he can add any notes, he can close the case, he can cancel the case as per his need. Okay, and he can also see the agreements which he has. So all the agreements which he has with the company, okay, he can see what are the assets which are been registered with your, the customer has registered his assets with your company. Also, you can see all the work orders which are been there, and this depends on your customizations. He can review those work orders, and he can also create those work orders if you allow him. So, and all the fields which are seen here can be customized depending on your needs, what fields you want to show, what fields you don't want to show, if you want to add anything. So this is how the self portal, it is very easy and fluent to be used. So after let's after we have seen these portals, the next topic for tomorrow today's webinar is like analytics. Okay, the analytics for the management team. So analytics part, okay, let me move to the analytics. So I already log in for you, and in D365 field service has a standard dashboards and templates, and which can be seen with the help of the Power BI, and which is been hosted in Azure SQL. Okay, and also these dashboards can be customized depending on your needs, but Microsoft has provided standard field service dashboards. So you can see there are many dashboards like they have provided open work orders, work order duration for this month, work orders by resource this month, work orders by customer this month, duration of YTD, and you can see maps and anything. There are many features. So let me open for you one of the dashboards which is been defaultly provided by D365 field service. The first one shows all the active work orders in the system. So here you can see the count as 179. How many resources are there in your company? There are 11 resources are the technicians which are there in the company. Okay, and also you can see uh, there's a work order type. So your company is having, as I said previously, you can have maintenance, install, service, break, fix. According to that, also you can show the dashboards. Here next to that dashboard we have the statuses. So what is the current status of the work orders? This dashboard also showing here. Okay, and the next dashboard shows like on a technician how many work orders they are being uh, assigned, and you can see the count is nearly about 50 to one of the technicians, and then it goes varies for various technicians. And below to that dashboard we have a dashboard which shows like all the work orders with the fields and columns according to our choice here. Okay, so this is about what the dashboards and how the analytics which will help. Okay, so also they can review per month of this record. So um, how many work orders are being completed, what was the average duration for this work orders completion time, and more by the types, whether what was the work order type, what was the incident type. Okay, count of the work orders by service duration, whatnot, so on. So we have many analytics to be shown here, but and we can also, as I said, like it can be customized as per our need. So this is also one of the dashboards where it said complete the work orders by resources this month. So here we already seen like how many resources are completing it, and the count was like 179. Also for which resource is working on which incident type. So all this data is coming up, how much revenue has been generated is shown here. So this is how we can analyze and basically for the management team. So this is all about the analytics. So we can go in the depths as per the requirement, and we can customize them also. Here this dashboard again shows as per the geography, as per the area here, and this is what is for the analytics. Okay, Moving to the next topic of this is like question and answer. If you have any questions, you can ask me. So I will wait for one more few more minutes for these questions. I think everybody like my webinar much, so there are no questions right now. But yes, if you have any questions, you can come back to us by writing an email on info@thecloudfunds.com. You can also view my company at the LinkedIn ID of company linkedin.com company cloud funds. You can tweet us at like twitter.com cloud funds. Also, you can send and view and our YouTube videos on youtube.com/user.cloudfunds. Okay, this is like all about our company details and last slide of this webinar. Thank you very much for your patience, and I will be hoping you have more questions and you can come back. And I am going to uh, upload this video on the YouTube, and you can review again. If you have doubts, you can come back to me, and I will be happy in uh, replying and resolving your queries. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.